Look who's with us. No, this is a joke. Austan Goolsbee is with us, by the way. And I'm sorry, Austan, I couldn't resist. How can a man resist? Really? Okay.
You know, Merry Christmas.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It was a cheap shot, and I did it. It's my fault. Now then, tell me about growth. It's my opinion that within the next 2 years, if we get huge tax cuts, as Mr. Trump wants, and if we get significant government spending on infrastructure and or the military, I think we'll get 4% growth. Now, you and I have argued in the past about what kind of growth rate we're going to get. I say 4% if we do all of that. What say you?
I say you and your magic beanstalk beans are not being realistic. I do think the Republican Congress is going to be remarkably more amenable to cutting taxes and funding infrastructure under a Republican president than they were under a Democratic president. But, you know, the Fed looked at that when the Fed made its decision to raise rates, and they upped their forecast for next year by 0.1%.
Right.
So I don't know where you got 4%. I don't think it'll be that big.
Look, here's the theory. If you cut taxes for individuals, you're putting a great deal of money into the economy, fairly quickly, I'd say. You cut tax rates for corporations, and you're putting a lot of money into the economy fairly quickly. You spend on infrastructure, you spend on the military, you're juicing the economy. I mean, where am I going wrong in economic theory that doesn't create growth?
You know, Stuart, I love hearing your deficit spending-based growth hypothesis. We should probably explore it in the data. I think when we evaluate the president, the incoming president, you know, in the last 7 years under President Obama, we've added 15 million jobs.
Well, wait a minute.
I'm not talking about the past. Do you think we will add more than that or less than that?
Come on. What's wrong with the theory that if you juice the economy with
more
massive
than 15 million jobs or fewer?
Well, are we going to get 4% growth if Donald Trump does all he says he's going to do? Are you saying no, we won't?
We're going to get less, but as Donald Trump himself has said, he said it's all about 3 words, and all 3 of the words were jobs. So let's put it in perspective. We've been adding almost 2.5 million jobs a year for the last 7 years.
Well, but they're
and I would like to know whether you think Donald Trump will add more than that.
You know that a lot of them are part-time jobs. They're low-paid jobs. Yes, they are.
Almost 100% of that net expansion is full-time jobs. It's like 96% full-time jobs.
Where'd you get that from?
From the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
That's not what I got in the last jobs report.
Yes, it is. Just go read it.
It's not.
Just look at the trend over the last 7 years.
We're getting nowhere. Do you say that massive stimulus from tax cuts and government spending will not create 4% growth? Is that your point?
Yes, that is my contention for 2 reasons. Number one, the Fed is going to rightfully be concerned that if you try to juice things too much, it will be inflationary given where we are in the cycle, so they will counteract it. And then number 2, I don't think the stimulus effect of cutting tax rates massively for billionaires and for big corporations and replacing it, as they're proposing now, with a kind of a national sales tax model based on the VAT, I don't think that that's going to be that stimulative.
Okay. Well, we shall see. As we say on occasion, bad journalists say, only time will tell, and I guess it will. Austan, come on back and let's see how things work out.
Anytime, Stuart.
Got to do.